We're here with Coach Osanitsch taking a look at the 2021 PSAC Outdoor Track and Field Championships. Coach, we got back to this point. It took a while to get back to an outdoor championship, but after 2 years, we're here.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I'm very excited that Shippensburg University has the honor to host this championship on campus. We've gone through a lot of protocols and a lot of steps to bring this meet to the PSAC, and we're really excited about the days coming up here to host a great championship and put on a show.
There's basically 16 entries per event on the men's and the women's side to get the fields to where they were at, and this is providing an opportunity, whereas training may have been unconventional for every team throughout this entire season. It's at least similarly to how swimming just got their championships done recently. It's an opportunity for all of the kids around the conference to compete and have a chance to show what they can do.
Yeah, we're really thankful that the PSAC pulled together and was able to provide us with an outdoor season. The challenges have been great. And, it sounds like a broken record, I'm sure, to a lot of people, but our student athletes have gone through a lot this year. The training has been completely different because we didn't have an indoor season, so we started behind. Then obviously with COVID, you're jumping through the COVID protocols and things of that nature. So that obviously was a giant challenge and continues to be a giant challenge for many teams going into the conference. Opportunities, limited opportunities as far as competition numbers, things of that nature. So it has been a big challenge to actually get to the finish line, which is in a couple days here, and we're crossing our fingers that we're almost there.
Taking a look at the conference championships on the women's side moving forward, this appears to be where it's a case where there's several teams that are going to be in the mix, and every team's going to put their best athletes forward, and we'll see how the dust settles really by the end of Saturday. But different teams have different strengths and different weaknesses, and they're all going to sort of just put it out there, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be exciting. We had a really great opportunity. We won 9 championships in a row, and then we had a rebuilding year. I hate to use that word, but we kind of took a step back and then started to rebuild the roster. We had a lot of seniors on that team before the year before, and I think we finished 4th. And then we had the COVID year hit, and we've been able to build during that time. And I'm excited to say that our women are in it at the championship, and they'll be a factor. I think your top 2 teams at the conference championship on the women's side will be Slippery Rock and Ship, the 2 traditional powerhouses. And I think that it's going to be a great battle. On paper, we're within 3 points of each other. So how exciting is that? So it's going to be who shows up and who competes. The Rock is really strong in the field events. That's where their strength is. We're more balanced. We have kind of somebody everywhere. So it'll be an interesting back and forth. I think also that Calipier has some tremendous athletes. They have some really high-end talent that are going to score a lot of points. And I think they're going to be in the mix as well. Those are my top 3 teams that I think that'll be there. But it'll be a lot closer all the way across the board on the women's side. And it should be a great competition, and I'm excited to see what these women can do with the opportunity to finally get to a championship meet.
From the standpoint of, for many athletes on both of your teams, you have seniors and upper class individuals who, that had that long off season, the long year, and they've finally gotten to the point though where they get to put it out there one more time. You have people on the field that way, you have people also on the track that way. And it has to be exciting for them to have that opportunity to score points and help you in the mix to vie for that conference title.
Yeah, these upperclassmen have one more last opportunity to don the uniform and get out there and compete, and we're excited for them, and we're excited that we have a team built around them that gives them an opportunity to possibly win a championship. So again, it's just going to be who shows up that day. I'm really, really proud of my women's team. Without a doubt, this is one of the tightest teams we've ever had as far as bonding. They've been through so much together that they have been so supportive of each other. I love the atmosphere at practice. I'm thrilled for them. So just fingers crossed that we can make it through one more round of testing here and have all the women at the meet. And I'm really excited to see how things unfold over the next few days.
Coach O, as we take a look at the women's side for the 2021 PSAC Championships and take a look at a little bit more of an event breakdown, starting really in the sprints and hurdles, you've had some people that have put their names in the record books for you, and you've had some other people who are really beginning to make an impact on this roster. It's a young and hungry group of sprinters that you have, with a couple of veterans too that are looking to sneak an impact in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of starting with the sprints, you got to start with Leah Graybill. What a season, what a campaign so far. Broke the school record in both the 1 and the 200. She'll be a threat in both events, in my opinion. She leads a group with Rachel Bruno, the senior, who is she's just awesome. She can just do it all. She can run the 1, the 2, the 4. She'll be doing the 200 and the 400, and she'll be a threat in the 400 for a conference championship at the top 3 positions there. And she's joined by the freshman Carolyn Australia, who's had a great season, who will also be a big factor in the 400 for us as well. So along with Adriana Baxter and Sarah McKean, I mean, it's really nice to have a nice solid sprints group. And we're looking forward to them getting out there and maybe hopefully running some seasonal PRs and breaking some more school records and things of that nature. Kind of transitioning into the middle distance, that will be Kira Gerber will be the main factor there. Hopefully we can get some production out of that area and she can get it done. She's looking stronger and stronger as the season's been going on. And then in the 5K we have Isabella Golgert and Isabella Marchini coming back, and hopefully we can also get some production from that area as well. So we're really excited about that. So again, a little bit more well-rounded than we've been in the past. So we're excited to see what they can put together. Moving into the hurdles, Megan Kendall, a freshman, is a top 3 hurdler in the conference right now. So which is really exciting. Her development is coming along really, really well. Brooke Emery is there as well as a freshman. We're hoping to see if she can slide into the top 8 and see if we can get a point out of there. And then in the 400 hurdles, Lika Black has done a great job picking up the event and starting to like the event and do well in the event. And she's looking at a top 3 finish in that situation. And Milena Rowe, our senior, has just had a phenomenal season of training, gotten stronger, faster, better, and she could be a factor as well to make the final at the conference championship, which is exciting. So steeplechase, we've got Leah Moffitt is probably our best bet for a top 8 finish. She's been getting stronger and stronger, so we're looking to see if we can maybe sneak some points there as well. 4x1 and 4x4, our 4x4 is good. I think we'd like to go sub 355 and see if we can win it. The 4x1 has worked really, really hard on handoffs throughout the year and have moved all the way up to a top 3 position. And hopefully we can, hold into that position and be a factor in the 4x1 as well. Yeah, Zaria Williams, our senior All-American, will be the factor in the long jump. She's looking to win it, obviously, and grab a national mark. So we're really excited for her. Ariel Jones, the out-of-sight basketball player from the PSAC, has multiple talents. Not only is she an incredible scorer on the court, she is a really strong high jumper, triple jumper. So she'll be a factor in the high jump, and she'll be hopefully top 3 or 4 in the triple jump. And also she's going to also long jump for us as well to try to help and maybe score a point or 2. So Ariel is the epitome of a team player, and we absolutely are thrilled to have her with us in the field events. Pole vault will be Ellie Kuhn and Ashley Newton. See if maybe we can snag a point or 2 there, in the pole vault, and they've been working really, really hard. So yeah, the jumpers, are young, and then, obviously led by Zaria, but we definitely want to make an impact in that area. And then in the multis, we have Kayla Brooks. We're looking for a top 8 finish out of Kayla, and Carson Pennings, would like to have a lifetime PR. She's right there to have lifetime PR event, or maybe a top 10 finish as well. And Carson's actually going to double back and try to hurdle as well. She had a big PR in hurdles last week, so we'll see if it fits in the schedule or not. We're rolling the dice a little bit, but that's Carson. She's a team player. And then transitioning into the throws, what else can you say about Kate Patriciano and the season she's had in the shot put? I mean, 46.10 right now is her PR, just phenomenal. She's #1 seed, and she's really worked on her discus as well, trying to maybe score some points for us in the disc. So Kate has been a fantastic leader for the women, and she's getting it done in the circle and outside the circle. Madison Cling is going to be our top discus thrower. We're hoping for obviously a top 3 finish out of her. Along with maybe she can sneak in there for a point or 2 in the hammer. And if you noticed on the women's side, I keep saying sneaking in here for a point or 2. That's really going to be, the top performers are going to perform. If you want to win a conference championship, when you go on in paper and it's within 2 or 3 points of another team, you're going to win by people getting 7th and 8th. That's how you win. So if you can get people to excel and go from a 12th seed to an 8th seed and get a point, people are like, it's not that big a deal. But when it comes right down to it, you can go back through the record books in the PSAC, and we've won quite a few championships by about 2 or 3 points. So it makes a huge difference, momentum-wise, psychologically, and on paper, when you can have people, exceed their seeds and get it done, and that's how you win blue trophies. So, moving on, I'm sorry, I got a little bit off track there. And then that's the hammer. And then finally, last but not least, in the javelin, Maddie Sig will be our best chance of maybe getting somebody into the final and possibly scoring a point or 2. And again, another big swing if we can do that. So, yeah, it's just going to be interesting. It's going to be a really interesting battle because, The Rock is traditionally, kind of more balanced, but they are really strong just primarily in the jumps and throws. And they do have a few points on the track, but it's a really, really kind of interesting scenario where we're going to try to do it more of a balance, and they're going to try to do it more as, specialty areas and see how it works. So it's going to be close, and it's exciting. We love the rivalry we have with them. They're a great program. We're a great program. And not to put down anybody else in the conference or anything like that, but right now that's what it looks like, the top two. But I think if anybody stumbles, I think Calipier's right there to be right in the mix for a trophy.
Well, because you could argue that there are several women's teams that sort of have their niche. Cal U has their sprinters, Edinburgh has their mid-distance, Millersville has a couple throwers that are going to at least be, that, like you said, where the producers are going to get their points. They're going to happen, and then it's where the rest fall in.
Millersville's situation is they have two throwers that are going to score probably 50 to 60% of their entire team points. So again, teams specialize. But I always say this, and I've always said this for years: balance wins championships, not one area. So we'll see. We'll see if my theory continues or if that gets broken a little bit this year. But I'm excited. I'm excited to be in the mix. I know the women are too. So it's exciting going into a conference championship knowing, hey, we have a chance. And that's what all the work since January has been about.